Good.
Few trees.
Good, warm. I cut trees down. That was not fun. Couple things this morning. We have one delivery this afternoon scheduled. That's the Spark that we have ready to go and outside already that we thought was Saturday, so that's a good thing. Birthdays this week. Powersports, Tanner Van Moon at the other store. That's on the 17th. I have the wrong week. I think. Kate, is it your birthday at the end of the week? Okay, then they've got the wrong month. That's even better. It's Kate's birthday on the 5th. Happy birthday, Kate. Jeremy is 6 years with the company as of today, including obviously with Red North. So congratulations, Jeremy. We'll let him know when he gets back. Culture card this week is treat all people the way you want to be treated. You all know what that means. Yeah, you make that obvious. Even sometimes if somebody is not our favorite person or not the person we're going to get along with the best, that we still take care of them, we still see what we can do to help. Try and be the hero for them. Reviews, we had a handful. Dave Osman, I don't know if everybody read this one, but we got our first 3-star review last week. We had one other one that was a 4-star up until now. Otherwise, out of the 30 that we have, they were all 5 stars. And our first 3-star review was as simple as it was a busy period of time. This guy called in looking for parts. Somebody was courteous and took down his name and phone number because he was on hold long enough that, I'm sure recalled 2 or 3 times or whatever. And somebody wrote down Dave Osmond's name and phone number and either never gave it to Mike or Mike never got a chance to call this guy back for hours. And that turned into a pretty healthy rant on a review. He did end up sending his daughter in. We had the filters. He got what he needed. But it was as simple as we'll have somebody call you back, and then nobody called him back. Just like if you put somebody on hold and do a page, we know we own that phone call until it's gone, right? If we put somebody on hold, we're responsible to make sure that somebody picks up on the other end, right? If you write down somebody's phone number, it's up to you to make sure that when you give it to somebody, that they understand they need to call this person back. Right? Like, we can't tell somebody we're gonna touch base with them and then just not. And I get that things get busy. I get that Post-it notes are not always our friend. But like that kind of shit, we just can't do that. It's easy to do something big and make somebody really happy with us, right? Sometimes it's easier to do something small and really torque somebody off, right? So just everybody take responsibility for those, like, especially because Mike is so busy all the time. If it's a note for Mike and you wrote it, like, check back with him. Mike, did you remember to call that guy? Because otherwise Mike can forget. Mike's got 40 things going on a day, right? If anybody in this place gets a little grace for missing a return phone call, like, it might be an hour before it gets back to the guy. So if you find your way back here after you say, hey Mike, you got to call this Dave guy, walk back, hey Mike, did you get a chance to call Dave? Kind of pretend it's like you needed a special order part ordered for somebody. Because you check back with Mike, did that happen, right? Same deal. Lighter note, somebody named Yunel Martinez gave us a 5-star yesterday with no comments, so we don't know why. Jenny Hemp bought a watercraft from us. She gave us a 5-star this week with some really nice comments. You guys ever just go to Google and look at these things, at the reviews? No?
Not all the time.
Check those once in a while. For us, for the most part, they're positive. It's a warm fuzzy that you go, hey, this guy really liked this enough to go on and leave us a nice review. And then we had Anna Goldman. She bought an R3. She left us a really nice review, loves her R3. And Noah Kreis, I'm not great with names, left some very nice comments and 5 stars for Matt. So that was good. Extra Gear Award. We were kind of slugs about doing submissions on these this week, guys. David nominated Mike. Mike was able to handle multiple parts passes for me while being super busy this week. Yeah, Mike. Help is on the way, right? Do we know when Nick is actually here in our store? I don't think I know.
I haven't heard anything.
I know it's in the next couple of days. He's been at Oshkosh training. So Nick will be coming to help sort of split the difference between Mike and Matt. He'll be doing the internal ROs. He'll be scheduling those for Ryan and Caleb. He'll be filling in for Matt if he's not here, and he'll be helping with parts. So it'll be a lot of different roles for him. I nominated Chris Kolbach. It's been fun especially the last 2 weeks, watching you sort of find your rhythm in that office and watching your comfort level grow. Saturday was fun, you guys. Mm-hmm. Like, we had stuff going on, but there was a point at which, and so you know, when we have multiple deliveries going on, I'm not much of a part of a delivery, right? But I kind of stand there and I'm watching the floor, and I'm watching the individual groups of people and where they are in the processes, right? And you all know, sometimes that's where Greg will get a little frustrated, is if I don't feel like that's going smooth. Saturday, we had 3 deliveries going on at one time. And at any given point during that 2-hour period of time, there was always somebody with Mike. There was always somebody with Ryan. There was always somebody with Chris. And we managed to just keep all those pieces of the puzzle moving at once. And it looked really comfortable to me. I didn't see any customers that looked like they were getting bored or looked like they were feeling like they were here a long time. Like, everything really clicked. Especially on Fridays and Saturdays when we're doing that stuff. Like, keep your eyes out on that stuff. Because if we keep things on that process, and every group is on the same process, then that can happen where we're just, you know, the pieces of the puzzle are just moving around. It worked really well. I also nominated Kate. Nobody sees what Kate does and how much Kate does, right? She's sort of in the corner, in the back, just going through her rhythm. But if you ever walk through there and look at the stack, especially of Amazon stuff that sits on that table some days, like, I don't know what the post office guy must think when he pulls up with that truck some days. But just a thank you to you for the effort you put in, and it kind of goes unnoticed a lot, but it doesn't this week. Kate gets the Extra Gear Award. Anybody have anything to add? When we're stacking wood crates, the reason we have the trailer is so that they can be on the trailer and he can throw straps over and knock them down. So those watercraft ones with the braces, bust those braces off so that stuff can stack flat. We'll go out and restack when I don't know if he's here today or tomorrow or when. I gotta get his schedule nailed down. But we'll have him restack it. But that way that guy can just hitch up that trailer and leave. So just kind of be mindful of that. If the trailer gets overloaded, create a nice stack, you know, up by the building or someplace else, rather than just piling it on. Right now it looks like we just kind of took a skid loader and dumped it, right? That's the only real housekeeping thing I have this week. I think today, tomorrow, and Thursday are gonna be crazy. So kind of come in with your bounce in your step and ready to rock and roll, because I think we can really get things done. And another super positive, I was just looking this morning. I know that the numbers are not final, but I can tell you for sure that we at least were able to pay all our bills again in June. May was the first time we did it. We definitely did it again in June. That's huge. We didn't start through spring quite that easily, and that's a credit to you guys doing your thing every day and paying attention and focusing and getting the work done and trying to get some extra. I had a mentor years ago who always talked about the power of one more. And in that case, it was a production situation. And he always talked about if this is your break even, but you can do one more today, that adds up and it snowballs. So last month we paid the bills in May. June, I think we paid the bills plus a little more than what we did in May. So as we go into July, we're on the first day of the month, right? It's easy to scramble and try and get stuff done on the last day of the month. If we go through July and Caleb, you're setting up bikes and you take the idea, I'm gonna get one more bike done today, right? Or you're working on customer jobs, Zach, and you're going, I'm gonna get through one more hour of work on this thing today, somehow. That getting one more, it goes back to the 212 degrees thing, right? Does everybody remember that? So, what is 212 degrees? What happens at 212 degrees?
Water boils.
Water boils. What happens at 211 degrees? Water doesn't boil, right? So if you think about the Badger car ferry, everybody's familiar with Badger car ferry up in Manitowoc? That's run by steam, okay? I think, or if it used to be anyway. If those boilers get the water to 211 degrees, how far is that boat going with all those people and cars on it?
Take a long time to
It's
float across the lake.
not leaving the dock, right? Not leaving the dock. At 212 degrees, that water boils, and that huge ship with all those cars and all those people and all that stuff goes across the lake in 4 hours. 1 degree. So as we go through the month of July, every day, every week, I want you to think about, can I get one more? Whatever it happens to be. All right? Let's have a great day.